Welcome, Descendant. New Dev12 is just dropped for what we can expect on our next update, so let's go through the new news here. And just when you thought Karl's Legion had retreated, they have come back with more powerful tactical weapons. First Descendant Season 1 update, Invasion features a new episode along with Invasion events. It's good. Haley, we knew about that. Ultimate Freyna, which everyone's looking forward to. 2 new ultimate weapons, the new Intercept Deathstalker, which looks awesome, and a season-exclusive progressive system called Inversion Reinforcement. Season 1 Invasion will be released throughout 3 updates, starting August 29th, offering a variety of content with new challenges and rewards. First Descendant is planning to provide seasonal updates, and Invasion is the first step in this journey. We'll explore the secrets of the Descendants and unravel the story of Ingress as we journey through the seasons. You'll discover new weapons, new Descendants to join the war. Descendants will become more powerful. Of course, the season will progress in a way that preserves the progress of your Descendant and your collectibles. Okay. So, tell us a little bit about the new weapon from the enemy. When the invasion season begins, the invasion event will occur daily in 2 hard infiltration operation dungeons. In the dungeon where the invasion has begun, you can start selecting either infiltration operation or invasion, and the invasion event can be cleared twice per day for each dungeon. So they're adding dailies or limited events. Don't know how I feel about that, but I guess everyone loves to do their dailies. Gives them a reason to hop on and play, especially if you're an old WoW fan. Invasion dungeons will put your skills and wits to the test. You'll hold back the Descendants. Karl has built a defense system with different mechanisms for each legion. The dungeons are solo challenges that feature different routes, puzzles, and strategies from the normal dungeons, where your objective is to fend off the invasion as quickly as possible. Alright. Haley was a legendary sniper, so this is our new character. Newest member of the Descendant Corps. Take out enemies from a distance. Her new sniper material cannon, so, you know, you guys were alright. It's a cannon and a sniper rifle. She also rapidly decreases her body temperature to spew chill with emotion when emotions run high. Admirer of Viessa. Cold-blooded sniper on the battlefield. Warm-hearted hero who gives snow crystals and brings smiles to children. Alright. So, cryo round looks like mobbing ability. Inflicts cryo, so there's going to be one of her new effects we're going to be using. We have Storm Snare, which has a long wind-up. Got a defense blast around it. Storm Snare fires a freezing blast, unleashes a chill vortex, so it knocks back enemies. Cryo once again takes damage. I wonder if cryo is just going to be a dot, or if it's going to be something else. Maybe it's kind of like what Freyna has, and it connects enemies or jumps between them. Who knows? Movement gradually decreases, but her firearm and skill critical rate and firearm penetration all increase significantly. So, reverse for a lot of our characters, where we're going to see her movement drop, and then we're going to get a bonus increase. Might be a pretty good gun character. Looks cool. Her Zenith replaces Haley's weapon with her unique weapon, Antimatter Sniper Cannon. Penetration of the Antimatter Sniper Cannon and firearm attack greatly increase and deal additional chill skill damage. Recovers MP upon successfully attacking weak points, and decreases cooldown for more bullets you have remaining when the skill ends. The last part is fantastic, and now we know it's an MP character, so it's not a specific resource, even though we do have cryo for her new special ability or some way of interaction. Invasion reinforcement for season progression. Experience a change in their arcs when they come in contact to the Ironheart multiple times. Their arche began to draw energy from a destroyed Ironheart. Embracing the energy as a source of strength, Descendants can now gain new abilities through the inversion reinforcers. Alright, so Hunt improves Descendants' basic stats. Attribute improves Descendants' attribute resistance. Recovery improves Descendants' recovery. Survival receives a defense buff that activates under certain conditions. Season receives an effect that is useful for invasion dungeons. season. So I wonder if this will be changing season to season, depending on what it is, or if maybe it's like a speed buff. Your survival under certain condition makes me think instead of just having like a defense buff, you're either going to get some kind of activated defense like we've got with some of our other modules. Activates when our shield drop or we get to a point. Recovery, I'm kind of looking forward to because I want to see if this actually gives us a real health recovery, like a regeneration of some type. And I also wonder exactly how many of these we can get or use in a season at a time. If it's a tree, if we can max it out. Inversion reinforcement is a progress system that only lasts for the season. Okay. You can learn the inversion reinforcement effect using the Ironheart particle, which can be earned by clearing invasion dungeons or being active in the hard difficulty fields. Okay. You can choose 3 of the effects, there we go, that have been unlocked. When you unlock all 4 of the effects in a line, you automatically acquire that line's collection effect. Collection effects are passive effects that are always applied during the season, which means that if you unlock all inversion reinforcement effects, you can utilize 3 selected effects and 5 collection effects from each line in the battle. Okay, well, that kind of enters that. That's cool. We get Freyna's Awakening. Ultimate Freyna looks awesome. She's going to have her own storyline. We'll be able to see her history. A lot of us are wanting to see them do this with most of the characters. Can't say all the characters, but most of the characters. And so, still trapped in the day in Room Zero incident, Freyna's trauma has stopped her time. In Season 1, we follow the story of Freyna who continues to grieve alone. In this Descendant exclusive story, you'll explore the inner mind of the crestfallen hero, who is trapped in guilt and self-hatred for surviving alone after failing to save her love and comrades. So, that's pretty cool. She gets exclusive modules. We figured that because she's getting her ultimate... Future Ultimate Descendants will be added with the seasonal updates as Descendant stories and first Descendants lore expands. After Season 1 Ultimate Freyna, the next update to the Ultimate Descendants will launch sequentially, starting with the initial Descendant to join the cores. Okay, that's cool. So they're going to go back and do a lot of the other ones, maybe. That's kind of cool. It reminds me of something. I don't remember what it is, but it reminds me of something. And then there's a skin, I think, in the game that's similar to this. Excava, a powerful and versatile ultimate weapon, the assault rifle, which is what this is, I'm assuming, will arrive with this update. Also, let's see, acquirable as a free battle pass reward. Also acquirable as a free battle pass reward. Excava charges voltage when attacking enemies and uses a charge voltage to fire energy grenades. So that might be kind of cool. But as a free battle pass, so I thought this weapon was going to be only in the battle pass. Maybe I'm just reading that wrong. And there won't be an also way to get it. Crosswatch, acquirable through gameplay. Okay, so just like normal. Scout Rifle, Chill. Increase your Chill skill damage each time you hit the enemy at long range. Okay, so we're going to have to put range into our category. I wonder... Hopefully it's not too long. Because if I put this on my Vallessa, it means I might have to run up to be able to use my ultimate. So, it may be something that is, even though it has some static effects that help with Vallessa, maybe it will be just mostly geared towards Haley. The looming threat over Ingress Deathstalker intercept battle. The Colossi still threatens Ingress from behind the dimensional wall, and it's time to meet the most powerful Colossus of Season 1, Deathstalker. Deathstalker emerges from the darkness and unleashes attacks based on poison and fear. Stalking the Descendants in the darkness of the void, Deathstalker is more formidable than any other Colossus you've intercepted. You must jump back into the void to protect Ingress from this menace, solve the mystery shrouded in the dark, and the intercept Deathstalker. So the fear might be kind of interesting. I don't know if they're using it just as a descriptor or if there's actually going to be some kind of effect. Oh, thank goodness. Highest difficulty infiltration operations, yes, and ETA 0. Doom and the Vendor. Highest difficulty for the infiltration operations will be added. It's a proving ground to test and polish your optimized builds. Form a team or challenge yourself in difficult infiltration operations in public matchmaking. Prove the strength of the Descendant and acquire loot that can only be obtained in more difficult infiltration operations. So that's awesome. And which is good because most of the content is fairly easy, and it's also one of the reasons why I think builds and some people's builds are the way that they are. Along with the mysterious merchant, ETA 0, yes, they're adding a Zur. He shows up with a variety of products that can be purchased exclusive with exclusive currency. That's a little worrisome. With each visit, he brings different products. It is like Zur. Since he visits Albion with blueprints for Descendants and ultimate weapons, and occasionally hard to find consumables, don't miss out on visiting ETA 0. So, that's awesome. I'm hoping we can do something with all of the patterns and everything that we've been stacking up that we thought they were going to give the system to trade in. Hopefully, he will buy the things we don't need, and using his own special currency, we can buy the things we do need, or at least have something alternating. Oh boy. Invasion update schedule. Great. August 29th, new Descendant, Haley, and skins. Yeah, of course. There's the Invasion Dungeon. That's good. The reinforcement, so we're going to get our new abilities possibly, or get to start on them. And the Battle Pass with Excava. Alright, but then we have to wait a month to get the new Deathstalker. We have to wait a month for Frost Watcher, and new Ultimate skins and Ultimate Descendant exclusive spawn effects. Okay, so that's cool. We didn't really know about that, but obviously they're going to have a lot more skins, especially as you get closer towards Christmas, because they're going to want to sell as much as they can, so there'll probably be a bunch in Season 2. Now, October 30th, another month. Oh boy, Ultimate Freyna and Freyna exclusive story. So I've already seen people talking about searching for the perfect reactor and everything, gearing up for next Thursday to start working on their Ultimate Freyna. They're going to be sadly disappointed. And then the modules that go with her, obviously. Haley modification modules? So we get Haley and Haley skins. And since this is just standard Haley, we have to wait 2 months to get her modification modules. So we may have to totally rework any builds we do with her again. And then new ultimate modules, that might be kind of cool. And then highest difficulty infiltration operations, which is going to be cool. And then we have to wait. So it's not next week. It's in October. It is Halloween before we get ETA 0. So you're going to be stacked up on a lot of those codes and resources that we don't need that hopefully we can sell to ETA 0. Void fragments, loop. Good thing they're getting to this. Been improved so that playing void fragments once on hard difficulty now grants enough void shards to use fusion reactor once. That's good. I wonder if they're going which direction. Consequently, the amount of void shards rewarded in special operations has been increased. Good. Additionally, void shards required for the fusion reactor have been consolidated into a single type. Very good. Now the same type of void shards will drop from both void fragments and the fusion reactor within the same battlefield. All right. This change enhances the convenience of farming void shards and optimizes the monster's placement for representative void fragments of each attribute. Finally, the void fusion reactor now requires void shards when using the reconstructed device rather than at the start of the mission. This adjustment ensures that the void shards are not consumed if you accidentally enter the fusion reactor. Okay, so that's kind of cool. If they still have elites, they probably may have done this because they were making changes and people were already doing elite farms. So now you're going, especially since they've made it so easy, you will probably see lists, maybe I need to make one, for void farms, for reactor farms, for certain materials. Hard infiltration operation improvements. As previously announced, random options will be replaced with preset selections. They were offered 3 options. 0, so your normal, 125, and 250%. And Descendants who choose the same preset can play together in public matchmaking. That is fantastic. In addition, to prevent the number of types of matchmaking pool from growing indiscriminately, Descendants who select the same infiltration operation will now be matched together regardless of their selected rewards instead. Okay, the global effect that are applied based on the selected rewards will be removed. Lastly, the timed occupation mission will be removed from hard infiltration operations and replaced with extermination battle, where the time can be reduced based on the Descendant skill. Next, we've got the socket type. Now, once you assign a socket type, the socket type granted to that slot is permanently saved. So you can easily change it to the previously granted socket type at any time. For example, if a Descendant changes an Almadine socket to a Malachite socket, you can easily choose between Almadine and Malachite in that socket afterward. Additionally, the socket type applied to the loadout 1 setting can also be used for setting 2 and 3 as well, allowing you to grant multiple socket types only to slots that require multiple socket types, depending on your builds. I may have to read that again, but so I think what this is saying is that instead of getting a universal slot, we're going to be able to change it back to a previous slot. I'm really hoping that it will also let us change it to just an open slot. This will help us whenever we're doing that random build, or if we have to slot in elementals and some of you don't have the appropriate socket for it, or we want to try something and we can just put in any module we want into a blank socket. And I doubt it's retroactive, but it'd be nice if it was, because I know some of us have replaced sockets on weapons and Descendants already. Descendant balance adjustment. Jabers got an increase to skill power modifier and attack. We're just going to blast through these real quick because I don't want to take too long. What else we got? Blair's Pitmaster skill got improved and enhanced. Number of zones. That's good. Duration of the blaze is up. So Blair got a pretty nice buff. Flame zone no longer is retrieved. Instead, tastes like aggression effect. Will stack based on the number of flame zones. So he got a buff. Ajax's orbital barrier and hypercube skills are now affected by attribute resistance, making them stronger. The body enhancement modification module increase HP, def, and shield, and when using these skills, void energy will always recover to 100%, allowing the use of enhanced skills more often. Oh, additionally, the void charge modification module will allow the void walk skill to be stacked, and the void walk and expulsion skills have been modified to increase damage based on defense. He got a huge buff. So I just basically catted out an Ajax, and so he's getting a huge buff. Various UX improvements, junk filter, internal component junk filter and reactors. One of the things we're really wanting is being able to sort through stuff easier. Being able to put what we want into a filter and then just trash all the other reactors would be great. I'm not sure if that's what this means, but we'll find out. All right, that looks like that. It's pretty promising. This is extremely depressing, having to wait 3 months for some of the things, especially Ultimate Freyna and ETA 0. Something that we all thought we were going to be getting next Thursday. So, yeah, it's a pretty good update. But like I've said, they're doing pretty good. But all right, Descendants, get out there.